I am Jason Abraham, the Shadow Teacher 33, and the Shadow Teacher 33 YouTube channel, the Shadow Teacher 33 BitChute channel. The work of the Shadow Teacher 33 at this particular wrinkle in time is dedicated to the actualization of human potential. It's dedicated to expanding human consciousness. It's dedicated to showing those around me and myself that the small sliver of life that we believe is reality, the small bit that we've been conditioned to accept as what is true and all that is just that. It's a small piece in the great mystery, in the great dance of life, the life that we are playing in, the life that we are experiencing right now in this human form. And for our soul to expand, we have to go through trials and tribulations. There are lessons that Source is always giving us the opportunity to heed. And there are ebbs and flows to life. There are times when we're in a flow state, times when things seem to become free and easy, when creativity is flowing, and synchronicities are around every corner. And then there are other times when we're just met with frustration. We're met with feeling like we're stuck in the mud. We're met with obstacle after obstacle. And when we're faced with these obstacles, we are always given the chance to make choices of how we deal with the obstacles, how we feel about ourselves, how we feel about our life. And our feelings are also somewhat information to the choices that we need to make. And 2023 has been an interesting year for me. It's been a year where so much of what's been familiar to me has been stripped away. Relationships, a job. Recently, I let go of a vehicle that I had emotional attachment, an Acura Integra, 1999 Acura Integra. I've had forever. I love that car. But it came time for me to let it go. And letting go is that lesson. Letting go. And I made a video, as I let go, good things flow. Maybe a little cliche in the spiritual world. But I'm finding when I let go, when I'm experienced with the emotion of pain, and that pain is getting so consistent and facilitating feelings of depression or anxiety, then there's something I need to let go of in my physical world, or a state of being I need to let go of, so those feelings can shift, so they can be released. And I don't know if you noticed, around my neck, I haven't seen this crystal on me in a long time. This is my David Icke crystal. This is the blue aragonite crystal that early in the year, when I started making videos with Arc Source One, Jonathan Johnson, I lost this crystal. I lost it. They say when you lose a crystal, it's meant for someone else. The next finder of the crystal is the one who's meant to have it. Well, my synchronicity again was when I was cleaning out my car. And what should I find under the seat? My David Icke crystal. A crystal that I remember was blessed at a sweat lodge ceremony at the end of 2022. And I was very sad that I lost this crystal, but once again, I just let it go. I accepted that it wasn't meant for me at that time, but with that narrative that whoever finds the crystal is the one it's meant for, I guess it's meant for this version of me that's speaking right now. It's a crystal, again, about open communication. That's what it's supposed to facilitate. And accessing information from higher source, a greater intelligence. So we'll see. Either way, I am happy that I found the crystal. I was excited about that. So I let go of the car. Let go of a car that I have a lot of great memories in. A car that served me through some great trials of my life, going through a lawsuit that shook my world, going through longest relationship I've ever been in, all the ups and downs of that. That car was there for me, and I appreciated the time I had with it, but it was right to let it go. And as we let go, again, of things and old ways of being, we have the opportunity to invite what wants to be born in us, the next version of us, to start to take shape. The next life that we are going to live right here, we open up that opportunity to do what we're meant to do in this next version of life, this next chapter. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm letting go, and sometimes it's pulling that Band-Aid off and pulling some flesh off, and it's really painful to let go, even though it's the right thing to do. But as I do that, again, another metaphor, when you pull a Band-Aid off and some of your flesh comes off with that, you have to have time to heal. You have to take time for that flesh to heal, that skin to heal. And as you're healing, you're getting new perspectives, getting new ideas while you're letting go of what was. And one of the things I'm learning right now is to learn to relax in that process. Learning to relax as I'm letting go. Sometimes the tendency is to be anxious because you don't want to do it. But learning to relax and just accept as you let go. And be open to, what beautiful things does the world have for me, or what boring things. Sometimes when you've been in a state of anxiety, drama, of tension, of chaos, your life might seem boring when you let go of relationships, when you let go of elements of your own life that have that level of chaos to them. And when you're bored again, this process of just simply getting comfortable, learning to be still. Once again, I've talked about meditation a lot, and stillness and the value of it on this channel. But even someone like me who's been through times where I really have loved being alone, when I've gotten to places where I would be in chaotic relationships, when you get out of those relationships, it's actually kind of hard to be alone. It's kind of hard to sit still because you're so used to the chaos, even though the chaos is something that is not serving you. It's not in your best interest. So when you let go, it might be a time when you're just simply kind of bored. And I'm learning to be okay being kind of bored. Learning okay to be sitting still. Learning okay not having a million answers flood in at once. But it's all part of that process. As when you do start taking action, when your heart has got that green light, and that slow walk of putting one foot in front of another starts to turn to a jog, and then it starts to turn into a sprint because you feel alive and full again, then you know you've done the right thing. And once again, you have to let go of the baggage. You have to let go of what's weighing you down so that you can be fast enough to take that sprint when the time comes. So that being said, I'm going to end this transmission. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful day, the symphony of cicadas behind me, and enjoy the peace and stillness that this particular phase of my life is offering me on this particular day. I'll see you on the other side.